Mark and Jay Duplass had offered me the opportunity to make a micro budget with them if I wanted to, because they had been a fan of Prince of Broadway. So I called up Mark and I said, I think I'm ready to make another micro budget. And he said, well, what's your idea? And I said, Santa Monica and Highland. And he knows LA, he lives in LA, and that's all I had to say. And he's like, green light. Chris Bergosh and I, we just started with the research process, which means that basically we would go up and introduce ourselves to people on the street. And a couple of weeks into this process, we went over to the LGBT Center, which is about a block away on McCadden, and we found Mya. And there was something about her, she just stuck out amongst her friends. We just pitched her this idea. We want to tell a story about this area, but we want the voices to come from this area and from the women from here. And she expressed just as much enthusiasm back to us at that moment. And I was like, oh yeah, okay, good, good. And so we exchanged information. Next thing you know, we're hanging out at the local Jack in the Box, where they like to spend time. And that became the hub where we would talk with Mya on a regular basis, probably 2 or 3 times a week. And she would bring friends to the restaurant for us to meet. And the minute I saw Kiki and Mya together, I just was like, oh, okay, here's our dynamic duo. And then at that point, it was trying to figure out what the A plot would be. So I presented them with 3 very thin ideas. I said, this is all I have. I think that it has to take place on one day because of our budget. We don't want any wardrobe changes. It'll be easier for us on our budget to have it take place in one day. 2, I feel that there should be somebody looking for somebody else, maybe, or 2 people trying to find each other. I don't know the genre. Maybe it's a love story. Maybe it's a thriller. I don't know, but I just have, I'm seeing 2 people looking for each other. And then, and the 3rd idea, I want everybody, my ensemble cast, to converge in some sort of climactic confrontation at donut time, because donut time is such a landmark, and I wanted to. And about a week later, Kiki called me and she goes, well, I have an idea. If you want 2 people looking for each other or 2 people coming together, and then she told me the story about the mission to find the quote-unquote fish, or the cisgender woman who was part of the affair with her boyfriend. And the minute I heard it, well, Chris and I heard it, our jaws were dropped, and we thought, oh wow, that's dramatic, and that takes our characters on a journey, and it's very layered. And so we decided that would be our A plot. So we had a treatment. I got approval from the girls on the treatment. Then we went to workshops. I encouraged them to improvise, and I just realized there, at that time, we were about 4 months out from production, that they were just wonderful. Going into this film, we didn't think really twice about, we weren't going to cast anybody but trans. We know the staggering, the statistics, trans women of color, the unemployment rate is astronomical. They need work. So why not just out of that, for that fact alone, if you have a trans role, cast with trans people.